The Fractal Refine is the first bucket-style gaming chair to actually consider ergonomics and a true gaming appearance. And at only $549, it has the price point that makes it a potential to knock out the likes of Secret Lab Titan series for adult gamers. Now, I've been using it for about 10 days. Let's see what I've learned so far. So many of the gaming chairs I've brought in for review have appeared better than they actually were. The Refine chair is honestly the first gaming chair that surprised me here. Pulling the base from the packaging, I was super impressed by its overall design. Once it was on the chair, the slight angles created by that designer leveled it up a notch. From the build quality on the base to what seems like the perfect plastic molds, I couldn't believe the price point was only $549. Even the hubless casters on this chair impressed me, well, until I had to actually use them. They look amazing, but they don't roll very well on hard floors and barely on carpet. The decision, though, to use Donati for the mechanism was a smart choice as well. We will definitely talk more about the adjustments featured with this mechanism, but Donati overall does a good job creating quality mechanisms for use on mini chairs in the market today. Throughout the rest of the chair, the stitching was on point, everything felt complete and well built. Again, how is this possible for $549 in 2024? Quick BTOD plug, finding chairs in that $500 to $600 price point can be tough. BTOD's refurbished Steelcase Leap and Amiya chairs are a solid option at that price point. We include a 12-year warranty and free returns on our chairs as well. Now back to the Refine video. As mentioned in the build quality section, the Donati mechanism that Fractal ultimately decided on was a solid choice. It includes all the major functions for an ergonomic chair. The integrated buttons into the seat provide a nice, sleek look, yet remain just as functional as knobs and levers found in other products. I really like that synchro tilt with 11 different tilt lock positions. There are so many locking positions, it's actually hard to get the count right.
Was it 8?
That's impossible.
The synchro tilt does a great job moving the seat with the backrest in a 2-to-1 ratio, preventing that sliding sensation you get from alternative mechanisms. Now, similar to the tilt lock, the seat slider and height adjustment features are located in the seat pan. The tilt tension is located on the knob below these buttons, and that's used to increase or decrease the amount of effort required to lean back in the chair. Overall, the recline function on the Refine is silky smooth, goes incredibly deep, and feels really good. The backrest on the Refine is very tall and upright. This gives you the vibes of a traditional bucket-style gaming chair with those side bolsters moving up throughout the backrest. While they're soft, they could potentially pose a problem if you have a wide frame. Now, I don't have a wide frame, so there weren't any issues with it hitting awkwardly on my shoulders. But look at that back of the back.
Would you look at that?
That sounds kind of odd when you say it like that. But there is a widely adjustable lumbar support system here. This has a solid range of height and depth. The chair we picked is in the upholstered fabric backrest, which I don't think it allows for a crazy amount of lower support, but you have to wonder if the mesh might. The range on the lumbar goes low enough where it hits your sacral region and high enough to hit you in that lower mid back. This isn't aggressive, but if you do scoot back far enough in the chair with proper posture, you can definitely feel it. The material on the lumbar support is nice and squishy as well. If you've been waiting for another gaming chair that has a comfortable headrest, this might be one of the strongest suits of the Refine chair. Adding memory foam into the headrest gives it a really responsive and comfortable feel for both your neck and head. It also has a wide range to fit a lot of different height users. It includes a button to remove the headrest altogether, which is pretty cool. And this, I think, has the potential to be S-tier headrest material. Overall, the backrest, again, is very straight up and down. It tends to feel a bit stiff with that upholstered back, and unless you really push into it, there isn't a ton of lower support. I think the mesh overall could probably be better, but without trying, I can't be certain. Still not sure if the Fractal Refine chair is your top pick? Download our office chair comfort cheat sheet linked down in the description to help you make the right seating choice. Much like the Secret Lab Titan series, the 4-way adjustable armrests on the Refine require buttons to make most of the adjustments, with the only adjustment that moves freely, the depth adjustment. Now, to be honest, it'd probably be better if it had a push button here as well, because I think they move just a bit too freely. The height adjustment, pivot adjustment, and width adjustment features all require those buttons to make changes. Now, it can feel a bit awkward and clumsy, but it's the only way to prevent unnecessary movement in the pads themselves. Overall here, though, there's plenty of range for all of the adjustments, which is nice. The pads themselves sort of live in this in-between good and great. They utilize the older school sock system. This means there's a pad inside a skin that covers it. The skin makes the arm pads more durable overall, but it does make them feel less squishy. They're good, they're just not great. Overall, the structure, though, of the arms themselves feel well built and solid. Seat comfort is an area that always seems to suffer on gaming chairs. For example, if the Secret Lab Titan didn't have a rock-hard seat pad, the chair would be a lot better overall. The same seems to be true for the Refine. It feels like based on many things like the arms and the price point, they're definitely trying to compete head-to-head with Secret Lab. But the problem is you don't want to compete on a stiff seat. Like I said, the seat pad is very firm. I mean, you can literally see and hear how firm it is as I hit it in the video. I've been sitting in this chair now for 10 days trying to see if it will soften up, but so far it's remained exactly the same. Now this personally, to me, feels like one of the biggest misses on the chair overall. And while the side bolsters aren't overly annoying, if you have a wider frame, they probably will be. And because of how they're positioned, sitting with one or two legs crossed will definitely not be comfortable. Overall, I'm actually really happy with how this chair is early on in my impressions. The price point, variety of adjustments, and killer headrest make it a solid alternative to the Secret Lab Titan. The flatter backrest, small side bolsters, and firm seat definitely leave some room for improvement.